Move over, Ninny. Let's get back.
Call her a ninny.
What?
Move over, ninny. I heard you fucking ninny.
Alright, we get situated.
Okay, you're good.
Chase? You didn't make it?
Is the camera, that camera on?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright.
I don't need to count for this. People are always asking, you know, what the hell is Butcher Priest, you know, and all that shit. And, you know, basically we're just a band with a message. It's a multiple message. It's many things all in one. It's about, you know, it's a metaphor for the dirt and the filth in society that we live in today. And more than anything, it's about the tyranny of money. And as far as that goes, you know, that's what we are, pretty much. It's a metaphor for the tyranny of money. No matter if you're a Christian believing in God or a Buddhist believing in Buddha or whatever the hell it is you believe in, you wake up every day and you go to your job, you only believe in one God, and that God is money. And that's pretty much what we're trying to tell people. And if you don't believe that, you're a fucking hypocrite and some other things. I'm gonna cut that part out.
This apron thing is hanging into your head and like going.
Alright, alright.
Back up there.
Okay.
Butcher Priest didn't really start as a musical band. It's not really a band, it's more of an art project. We're influenced by lots of people. I guess the most of the music is mainly influenced by a bizarre mix of rock and roll and industrial types of stuff. Riverport Heat, stuff like that, rockabilly stuff is all good because, I mean, we're all backwoods fucks anyways, and that's just kind of the shit we kind of tend to like. But we found that country music and things like that, they don't entice the young as much as rock and roll. I've been to thousands of rock concerts. Well, maybe not thousands, but quite a few. And there's this air in the people. It fills up. It's almost satanic. And they all start moving and hitting each other. And it's just this bizarre electricity. I've been to other concerts. I've never seen anything like it. I guess what draws us so much to rock and roll is just the incredible energy of the people, more so than the band. I think the band is just a vehicle for the energy that people have within themselves. So our musical influences aren't really musical at all. We have one goal as a band, and that's to let as many people in this world hear our music as possible, because the music has several messages, and some of them are subliminal. A brief history of the band, it could go like this. I mean, we're all related, so I mean, we've been playing music and drawing pictures and making artwork since we were, you know, real young. If you could pick up a pencil or a guitar and hit it. Daddy always played guitar. I mean, it's just what he did. You know, like, he'd come home, supper would be on the table, we'd be out playing, and Daddy would be in there playing guitar. And he pretty much just taught us everything he knew, and we just kind of gone from there. And, you know, nobody else has ever been that really outspoken except me. So I usually do all the talking, frontman, and you know, Chicken back here, he's an excellent musician, writes all the songs, you know, he can't say too much, he's not a very good lyricist, he don't know what the hell he's talking about half the time he talks, and you know, so I do most of the lyric writing. This genius back here can play anything put in front of him. I don't know where that comes from, because I sure as hell didn't get any of that, but pretty much if it's got strings, he'll play it. That's pretty much it. As far as drummers, I mean, we've gone through 1,000 drummers, and I think it's just, you know, it's blood, you know. If you don't have the blood to do it, you can't do it. And what we're doing, it really doesn't have that kind of a vibe to it, and drummers just can't really grasp the situation of what's going on in the band. So I mean, we try to stick to drum machines. I know that's not practical in today's society, but we get around a lot easier without a drummer, and someone who doesn't know what we're about and what we're doing and really can't understand it. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's, as far as making music, we use the computer gizmo to do most of our recording, and you know, it's just technology. It's the new wave, you know. It's silicone flesh, You know what I'm saying? It's like a brain. It's like a man-created brain. It's like man's own child, you know. Promotion is key, I believe. I believe that I've walked through a mall a couple of times, and you know, I see these kids and they're all standing there and they're wearing black and they're worshiping Satan in the corner somewhere by a movie theater, you know. And I see that, and I see so much potential. I see potential for people to hear the message that we have to give, and them before anybody, them and super Christian people, because them, the people who are wanting to rebel the most and the people who are wanting to listen to a message the most, or you know, need guidance in their life, and I think they're the most susceptible to understanding and becoming fans of what we have to offer, because I mean, you know, they're like open windows and you can just throw anything into it, and you know, if there's nobody there to throw it back out, it sticks, it stays. So that's what we're trying to do. I mean, as far as promotion, there's all types of artwork that we do to put out. We thousands of flyers before congregations. That's our show. We consider our shows like little church parties. So I mean, we just promote it to the people who look like they're the most susceptible to taking the message in, understanding it, and keeping it with them, and just becoming diehard fans, because that's what we want more than anything, diehard fans. And there's a lot of naysayers and people that say that, you know, you can't have a band with a drum machine, and you can't have a band where all you do is get naked and throw mud around. But I mean, hell, that's, you know, that's primal. Everybody needs that. Everybody has that primal instinct in their brain to fuck, kill, eat, sleep, and buy shit. What more do you need, right? So if they're going to be buying shit anyways, they might as well buy our shit and enjoy it and pass it on and fuck, kill, eat, and sleep while they're doing it. A Butcher Priest show commonly is as if what I want it to be like is like have you ever been to church and you walk down, you know, they do the altar call thing, right? Well, they come down and you know, you're forgiven of all your sins and such, right? Well, church has really inspired us as a group. I mean, in a way, we have our own type of religion. But I want the shows to be, at the end of the show, I want everybody to feel like they're forgiven of all their wrongdoings. So it's like it's like a bachelor party. It's like, you know, you have that one last night to indulge in everything. You get your soul as dirty as fucking possible before you're saved. And you know, that's what I want. I want everybody to feel like they can have the best time possible, the best time in the world at a Butcher Priest show, because they know that as soon as it's over, you know, that's it. You know, like if you have one night to live, what would you do? I would look at titties, I'd get covered in mud, I'd be extremely violent in a mosh pit, you know, that kind of shit. That's what I want at shows. I want people to understand that, you know, they can come out to a show, and I want it to have the freedom to feel and do whatever they want. So most of the time our shows are pretty energetic, pretty spectacular, lots of nudity, you know, images that stick with you for the rest of your life, words that are said that will be ringing in your brain for days to come, nights to come, years to come, you know. And that's what you open this.
You got a booger hanging out. Ew! No! Ew! Ew! Don't put it on me! Ew!
Let me put it on my head.
Boogers are just natural. they're not as
Like
bad
the dirt.
They're not as bad as some of the shit we find
No,
in the dirt.
honey, who
You got a
long,
boner?
long time ago died.
I got a
Their
fucking,
version.
I got like a slight
God,
chub
dude.
going on. Downloading music. We believe in downloading music because if it wasn't for downloading music, we would not be.
I wouldn't have any CDs at all.
She wouldn't have any CDs, and we wouldn't be where we are today. I mean, that's just the fact of it. Used to in the 70s, you know, you had to tour to get big, and now I can sell 1,000 albums on the internet without ever playing one fucking show if I have to. And you know how it is, and I mean, that's just basically what it is. I mean, MP3s are the wave of the future. If you want to, you know, you sell the MP3, do whatever you want to, people are going to get it. I mean, people are going to hear the music, and it's the harder you push it, the harder you promote it, the more they're going to hear it. So I think the internet is a very, very well-rounded tool for, you know, pushing your music. I don't think you should look at the internet and MP3s and downloading music as a bad thing. You know, may not make as much money, but that's just because your band sucks. You know what I'm saying? And that's because your band is trying to go on the weight of its 2 or 3 songs alone. I mean, if you've only got 2 or 3 songs to sell and you're trying to push that album off those 2 or 3 songs, you know, what the hell is wrong with you and your music, you know? Let people download it. Shit, I know that I have 1,000 times. I don't have the money to go out and buy CDs from Virgin Mobile Records or whatever the fuck is out right now. Tower Records. I can't go pay $20 for a CD. Shit, $20 will feed me for a week. You know what I'm saying? $20 to hear some shit that I don't even, may not even like, you know? I'm downloading it. That's just the way it is. If you want to download a BUTCHERPRIEST song, I say more power to them. Download the song, come to my show. Download the song for free, come to the show, pay $10, $15 to get in, see me rip you a new asshole. That's what I think about it, you know? It's the best advertising possible, download songs. The record industry, we don't know much about the record industry. We're hoping not to get fucked by the record industry. I know it's probably impossible to do these days, but we think we have a lot to offer, and we want to we would not mind spending a good portion of our time on the road because we love the shows. We love doing the shows. The program is awesome, you know. It's just what we do. It's what we're born to do. Putting out our records, I mean, we're going to put out our own records one way or the other, but we would love the financial help because it is a bitch. We're inspired by everything. Everything we see is inspiring, including chicken gas. That inspires me right now to take an enormous shit or something. But yeah, I mean, bunnies, cinema. I guess. I mean, a lot of people are you know, whether it be good or bad, cinematically inspired was what basically got us started. I mean, we all grew up on the same old R-rated movies. Natural Born Killers, Texas Chainsaw.
Disney, Little Mermaid. Go ahead. Sorry, I did.
Anything slightly filthy we'll watch and you know, we'll come up with something about it. But we're not media freaks. I mean, we don't write songs specifically about movies and stuff. The most inspiring thing, I think, is people. Because you never know what a person has in their head, you know. I want to bring that out and I want to put something else in it. I think that's my inspiration, is just to get the people, as many people as possible, doing exactly what we want them to do. My advice to fellow bands is to, if you're going to book a show with us, understand that even if we open for you, the show is already ours. Pretty much. I mean, I hate to be a pompous jerk, and a lot of times we don't even play our music right. And sometimes we fuck up and sound shitty, and we'll sound shitty a lot of times we will, but the fact is that once people leave that show, they're not going to say, hey, did you hear about so-and-so? Were you at the so-and-so show the other night? No, they're going to say, what about that BUTCHERPRIEST band? Did you see all those titties? Did you see all those people getting fucked up? That was fucking nuts. Did you see that girl get cut in half with a chainsaw? You know, that's the kind of shit they're going to be talking about, you know, and a lot of people are going to try to compare us to bands like War and stuff like that. You know, War, excellent artists, beautiful musicians. I love the whole concept, you know, but I'm trying to go, I mean, we as a collective all want to go a little bit more real than that because, you know, the cartoon stuff is fun, but, you know, I've been to these conventions and shit, and I see these kids and they want something that's more real, man. Everybody's always pushing for more real, reality TV, you know. That's what we want. We want to give them in-your-face real, and you know, I think that's what we're going to try to do, and any band that gets in our way will be plowed down severely with heavy artillery. Recording,
on a wire.
Yeah, most of our recordings are done with a single wire into the audio port of a computer. That's it. That's what we do. We don't have any fancy mixers. We don't have fancy equipment. A lot of people say, well, hey, you know, your shit sounds great. How did you do that? Well, you can single track everything. And when you're using a drum machine, you have no use for a drummer. You ain't got to worry about that. So you don't have to have 9 tracks just to track a drum kit. You know, fuck a drum kit. You know what I'm saying? We'll throw that into a drum program, make all the percussion in a drum program, and record everything else through 1 or 2 mics into you know, a small little double mic mixer, you know, and straight into the computer. All bootleg programs, of course. We download everything aforementioned. We can do anything we want. We don't try to put limits on it just because we're 4 people and only 2 of us play instruments. we're not, you know, musical integrity means nothing to us. It's the project itself. It's the art project, the art of being the band. You know? That's what we're into. There's lots of obstacles to overcome, and the number one being, like I said before, money. And money is what we need in order to make the show happen the way I want it to happen. You know, there's lots of things I'd like to do in the band. Projection, and so on and so forth. I want to be able to make the people in the audience more part of the show than anything, honestly. I want to be able to do like kind of a magic show type of thing where we bring people out of the audience, them not knowing what they're getting into, and being able to successfully put them in a situation that scares the hell out of them and the audience, but hurts no one. You know, and it just leaves them with that. I want to put people in a position of fear, honestly, but it's a good thing. It's like going to a haunted house or buying a scary movie. You know, it's fear sells. Fear is one of those primal things. You know, it's here. Fear is what keeps you alive. Fear is what makes you run from the bear. Fear is what, you know, keeps you from putting your hand in the hole. You know, fear is what keeps you alive.